Brought to you by WikiVD Documentaries. The Expanse TV series. The Expanse is an American science fiction television series on Syfy, developed by Fergus and Ostby, based on the series of novels by Daniel Abraham and Franck. Set in a future where humanity has colonized the solar system, it follows United Nations executive Chrisjen Avasarala, police detective Josephus Miller, and ship's officer Jim Holden, and his crew as they unravel a conspiracy that threatens peace in the system and the survival of humanity. The series premiered on demand on November 23, 2015, and on Syfy on December 14, 2015. A 13-episode second season premiered on February 1, 2017.
In March 2017, Syfy renewed The Expanse for a 13-episode third season to air in 2018. The series received positive reviews from critics, who highlighted its beautiful visuals, well-developed characters, and thrilling political narrative. It has received Saturn Award and Hugo Award nominations.
Plot: 300 years in the future, in a fully colonized solar system, police detective Josephus Miller, born on Ceres in the asteroid belt, is given the assignment to find a missing young woman, Julie Andromeda Mao. Meanwhile, James Holden, the executive officer of the Ice Hauler Canterbury, is involved in a tragic incident that threatens to destabilize the uneasy peace between Earth, Mars and the Belt. On Earth, Chrisjen Avasarala, a United Nations executive, works to prevent war between Earth and Mars by any means necessary.
Soon, the three find out that the missing woman and the ice hauler's fate are part of a vast conspiracy that threatens all humanity.
Development: The Expanse is based on the novel series of the same name by James S. A. Corey, a pen name of the authors Daniel Abraham and Franck, who also serve as writers and producers for the show. The first novel, Leviathan Wakes, was nominated for the Hugo Award for Best Novel and Locus Award for Best Science Fiction Novel. On April 11, 2014, Syfy announced a straight-to-series commitment to a television adaptation of the book series, and ordered the production of 10 one-hour-long episodes for the first season.
On that date, Syfy president Dave Howe commented, "The Expanse is epic in scale and scope, and promises to be Syfy's most ambitious series to date." Fergus and Ostby wrote the pilot, directed by Terry McDonough, and serve as writers and showrunners alongside Naren Shankar. Produced by Alcon Television and the Sean Daniel Company, principal photography started on October 29, 2014, in Toronto. The pilot episode was screened at San Diego Comic-Con in July 2015. In May 2015, before the first season aired, writing commenced for a second season, which was ordered in December 2015. The second season of The Expanse premiered on February 1, 2017. 4 digital comics based on the books and tying into the television series are to be published by Comixology, and the first comic based on James Holden was released February 1, 2017. On March 16, 2017, The Expanse was renewed by Syfy for a 13-episode third season set to air in 2018. The show's title sequence was animated and directed by Australian Studio Breeder and its VFX team. Music: The show's soundtrack was composed by Clinton Shorter. The complete soundtrack, dubbed The Expanse Season 1 the original television soundtrack,
consisting of 19 tracks, was released by Lakeshore Records on May 20, 2016 via iTunes, and on May 26, 2016 via Amazon. Release. In the United States, The Expanse is broadcast by Syfy and streams on Amazon Prime. In Canada, the series airs on Space and the first season streams on Crave TV. In New Zealand, the series airs on Sky. In all other countries where Netflix is available, Season 1 is available on Netflix, however, Season 2 has not yet been made available. Season 1. The first season received a rating of 65 out of 100 on Metacritic based on 23 critics, indicating generally favorable reviews. On Rotten Tomatoes, the season has a score of 77%, with an average rating of 7.12 out of 10 based on 39 reviews which summarized critics' consensus as follows: The Expanse blends sci-fi elements and detective noir into a visually compelling whole, though it takes a few episodes for the story to capture viewers' intrigue. Reporting on the pilot screening, IO9's Lauren Davis declared herself blown away by The Expanse, appreciating its incredible sense of scale and its deeply thought-out future world that reflects on our present one, with high production values and characters who speak and act like real people. Max Nicholson of IGN characterized the pilot as grim and dramatic, and a very dense hour of television, with the terminology and large cast sometimes difficult to follow for viewers unfamiliar with the novels, but highlighted the pilot's gorgeous visuals and effects reminiscent of Battlestar Galactica, Dune and Firefly. Writing for Variety, Maureen Ryan was unimpressed by the first 4 episodes, awkwardly linking a series of somewhat muddled stories and the series' stereotypical characters, but credited it with tackling issues of class representation and exploitation, and a convincing design. At Tor.com, Justin Landon highlighted The Expanse's bold and unique cinematography and its claustrophobic, discomforting set designs, as well as the extremely faithful characterization, but remarked that the patois spoken by the Belters, the natives of the asteroid belt, made the series difficult to follow. Season 2. The second season was also received favorably on Metacritic. It has a score of 77 out of 100 based on 5 reviews. On Rotten Tomatoes, the season has a score of 94% with an average rating of 8.79 out of 10 based on 16 reviews.
The site's critical consensus reads, The Expanse's second season offers more of the show's excellent signature production values while increasing character development and politically thrilling narratives. Writing for IO9, Catherine Trendacosta noted how the show had become shockingly prescient, insofar as many of the issues and ideas explored by The Expanse mirrored contemporary trends in global politics. In an article titled, Why The Expanse is the Best Sci-Fi TV Show You're Not Watching, published by Rolling Stone magazine, writer Brian Tallarico praised the show's ability to remain politically relevant to the current moment, and called its willingness to mix up tones and even its protagonists laudable. He summarized that at its core, The Expanse was all about people responding to fear of the other, fear of the new, fear of inequality, fear of death. Writing for NPR, astrophysicist Adam Franck praised the show and its writers for the scientific realism. He wrote that, more than any other TV space-themed show, it gets the science right, which he found interesting.
Thank you for watching. Brought to you by WikiVD Documentaries. Please like and subscribe below. Please like and subscribe below.